Hello and welcome to CTN coverage of the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade. We're coming to you from the neighborhood near the Coon Rapids Ice Center. I'm Steve Erickson along with Stephanie Ring, and we have a beautiful day out here for a parade.
It is a perfect day, perfect temperature, a little bit of cloud cover in the sky, not terribly hot. It's a great day for a parade.
Yeah, and this kicks off what is the beginning of a 3-day celebration down here, again, near the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Earlier today, there was a 5K, the first ever 5K Firecracker 5K,
yes. Put on by the Coon Rapids firefighters. They have an initiative to keep people healthy and wanted to start this brand new event. And I know they were maybe hoping for 50 to 100 people. At last count, I heard there might have been over 300 people for this event. So they were super excited about that. I heard that things went very well and a great opportunity to get out and run. It was a perfect morning.
Yeah, it was. Like you said, they had nearly 300 folks that took part in this. They were hoping when they organized this that they would have at least 50 people sign up. So I think they really exceeded their expectations, and they want to thank everybody who turned out. There was a lot of folks out there also just cheering on the runners that were taking part, and pretty impressive, the skills of some of these people. He was kind of funny coming through.
Was that the winner there?
I believe that was the winner there, and they got a medal. So again, it was a nice day for that 5K fun run. And again, they're going to take a break from planning now, but they're going to hopefully come back, they say, with a bigger and better 5K fun run next year.
So I heard that winning time was just over 19 minutes.
Yeah, you know, I was on this side of the clock, so getting that video, so I don't remember, but
I'm not
that
a
sounds
runner,
about
but
right.
I think that's fast. 19 minutes for the 5K. So
yeah, you're talking
kudos to him.
Just over 6-minute miles. That's really good.
That's wonderful.
At least probably about half of what we can do that in,
exactly.
or even more. So there you go. Again, we are here at the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade. It gets started somewhere up by the Coon Rapids Ice Center?
Right by the Ice Center. It will veer off onto Mississippi Boulevard, make its way down Mississippi Boulevard, then turn on Direct River Drive, and then come up on our location here at Flora Street. So I would imagine maybe in about 10 minutes or so we will start seeing the floats coming our way. And there's about 60 units in today's parade, so we will see them coming down the street shortly.
And they're doing something new this year. They brought back judging to this parade, correct?
They did. There are 4 judges here. They're actually set up next to our location, and they are looking for all kinds of different things with the floats as far as workmanship and creativity. There are 4 judges. They all have Coon Rapids roots. They either grew up here or they're currently living here, and just a nice element to the parade and kind of foster some contests and see who can win. So that's exciting.
So there are awards then for the winners?
There are awards. They're giving out some of those awards tonight, and the rest will be judged and tallied, and they'll get their awards later.
All right. And again, like we said, this is the beginning of a 3-day celebration down here at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. There, of course, is the carnival and games and all of that, but there's also live entertainment each night at 7:30 p.m. And then, of course, on the 4th of July, the big fireworks display at 10 o'clock. It's a very popular fireworks display.
It is, and it was voted one of the best in the Twin Cities. My understanding is KQRS last year was voted the best fireworks display in the Twin Cities, so that's exciting.
All right. Well, like we said, the parade is coming towards us. What we're going to do is take a quick break right now, and when we come back, we will have the beginning of the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade. You're watching continuous coverage here on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Welcome back to continuing coverage of the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade here on CTN. We're hearing sirens, so we know the parade is getting close to us.
Absolutely. It's starting to come down the street. So I think we're going to head down to Joe Nelson, who's joining us with our parade side coverage today. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Steph. Yeah, we're out here. The parade is just about to come here. We got Jack here with us. He's got a prime spot in front. Jack, why do you come to the parade here?
Well, it's just a good way to celebrate the 4th of July. It's a good way to kick off the weekend. It's also just a good way to pay tribute to the country in the 4th of July and just have fun with my family and enjoy the day.
And anything you look forward to most?
It's always nice to wrap up the parade with the fire truck. It's always real fun. Just especially when they spray water at you. that's the fun part too.
Yeah, good times and plenty of candy coming by here as well. So we'll cut back to you, Steve and Steph, over at the desk.
All right. Thank you, Joe. It is the fire trucks that usually round out the parade, and that water would probably feel nice. I mean, it's not super hot out here, but
Right. Sometimes we've needed that water spray a lot
More
more
days.
than today. Today is very pleasant, I would say.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
and the candy, of course.
So leading off the parade, as we said, is the Coon Rapids Police Department.
And right behind them, we have the Coon Rapids American Legion Auxiliary, number 334. The Coon Rapids American Legion Auxiliary has been participating in parades and other patriotic functions for over 40 years, winning many awards of excellence.
Making a little noise. That noise you don't want to hear behind you. You see those lights in your rearview mirror, right? And then, of course, like you said, the very patriotic display of flags here. The Coon Rapids American Legion Auxiliary. We also have the Coon Rapids VFW Post 9625 and the Coon Rapids American Legion Post 334. Their float is being towed by a marine truck. Of course, their float is very patriotic. The red, white, and blue colors there.
A lot of flags on that float, different members, and looks like some children and grandchildren, I bet, riding along, which is always fun.
Definitely a family affair at these parades.
I'm gonna go get Jerry here.
All kinds of different transportation.
Yes.
John Deere tractor, motorcycle.
Sorts of stuff. They are throwing out candy to begin with here. We already got the kids running to grab some, so. Definitely a nice weekend too to take the bike out for a ride.
Absolutely.
It's dry, don't have that
We
rain.
have to have them kind of throw it to us.
Next up is the parade grand marshal, president of the North Star Lions Club, Ted
I've
Schmolke.
got Jerry here whenever you guys are ready.
Ted Schmolke is also involved with the Coon Rapids Athletic Association
I
and
can't
his
hear you
role
though, so-
now as Grand Marshal with the North Star Lions.
now
He's
I've got it.
riding in style. Look at that Camaro.
That would be a nice thing to take out on the road too. Maybe you
Very
can't
nice.
sit like that going down the highway on
I've got Jerry
70.
here if you
but-
got a second.
I happen to know Jeff, who's his driver today. Jeff owns that Camaro, so I know he
Nice.
has a lot of fun taking that out, and perfect summer car.
I bet. All right, we're going to head down to Joe Nelson, who's standing by with our mayor.
Hi, Jerry. How's the parade going so far for you?
Awesome. Perfect weather, perfect day, great crowd. Very nice.
What do you look forward to most when you come out to the parade each year?
Just seeing all the people and all the kids. I love seeing all the kids. It's just so much fun to see all the youth in town again.
A little bit more of a fun atmosphere versus the city council meetings.
Oh, yes. Kind of hard to have one without the other, but yeah, very nice, very fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. We'll see you again. All right. We'll send it back to you, Steve and Steph.
What are you talking about, Joe? Those council meetings, they're a blast. As long as they're, under an hour, we like that.
Look, now the mayor has to run to catch up to all the rest
Yeah.
of the Coon Rapids City Council members riding in the golf carts here. Looks like that is Council Member Ron Manning.
And I was looking at her.
I know we have, I believe, every council member. I saw Wade Demmer walking along, passing out candy. Jennifer Geisler, she must be walking on the side of the parade. I don't think that's her in the cart there.
No.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Oh, the bag of candy's looking pretty low already. Gotta run back and get some more.
You run back to your seat. Up next, we have the Coon Rapids Junior Royalty Float. The hometown float is sponsored by the Junior Royalty and the City of Coon Rapids. The winter theme of the float will take you back to your youthful days of snow forts, hockey, and snowball fights. The Coon Rapids Day, or the Snowflake Day celebration rather, is held the first 2 weeks of February each year, with fun events and activities for young and the young at heart. Snowflake Day celebrates community spirit, festivities, and the City of Coon Rapids. There you can see some of the royalty on there.
Hey, thanks. Somebody brought us candy, Steve.
Right, they're thinking about us. We like that.
And Rocky the raccoon is on the float too. You see him there? He's rocking out.
Rocking it. All right, up next we have the Anoka County Sheriff's Office.
The Anoka County Sheriff's Office has had a proud history since it was established on June 30th, 1857. The Sheriff's Office provides a variety of public safety and emergency services throughout 21 communities in Anoka County.
And that boat that they're riding is used out on the water at times. Hoping none of that has to be used this 4th of July weekend, that everybody stays safe out there.
Absolutely. The sheriff is an elected position, and he is elected by the citizens of the county every 4 years. We now have Melissa Hortman for state representative.
And we're going to be seeing a lot of folks. This is an election year, of course, so we're going to see a lot of politicians in this parade today. She represents portions of Coon Rapids and Brooklyn Park. Of course, you can't do these campaigns without a lot of volunteers, so you got folks out here today holding signs and passing out stickers.
John Hoffman there is walking along as well. Perhaps they're walking together. I also see, I believe that's Mayor Norm Coleman from St. Paul walking with
Yeah, that's what it looked like
John
to me, too.
Hoffman.
Yep.
Big election year. A lot of different
Yeah.
positions will be on the ballot, of course. Presidential election, local city council election, state. Big election year.
Should be interesting to see what comes, especially in the national race there. And it feels like we've been talking about the election for a long time, but we're now, only about 5 months away? Or 6 months, or where are we at? 4 months.
Time flies, Steve.
It does. Time flies when you're having fun. There's Melissa Hortman there, passing out stickers. Four months. That does seem hard to believe now.
We don't want summer to
But
go
it's hard
any
to believe. It's
faster.
hard to believe it's already the 4th of July. So.
Looks like we have now American Student Transportation with their charter bus coming down the street here.
This is not something kids want to see right now. This is probably not a good sight in the parade.
No,
A reminder of the approaching school year in about 2 months.
but the school bus is very important for transporting kids to and from school.
It looks like they need drivers, so if anyone's interested, I'm sure a lot of the companies could use your help.
I believe next we have the Brooklyn Park Ambassadors. Brooklyn Park Tater Days is a unique festival where residents pay homage to the humble potato. Early settlers discovered that potatoes flourished in the flat, sandy soil of the area. And through the Great Depression, drought, and urbanization, Brooklyn Park has shown its strength as a community willing to work together and make the city a welcoming place for everyone.
Behind that, we have the Coon Rapids Matt Bandits Wrestling Club. They support the wrestling club through high school wrestling for all of the wrestlers in Coon Rapids. As an operating 501c3, the program is working at the Shortstop Bar and Grill, the Boulevard Bar and Grill, and Broadway Bar and Pizza. Of course, they do a lot of that fundraising through the sale of pull tabs. And they get that money, and then the city also gets a portion of that money, and that's some of how this celebration is funded, correct?
That is correct. Some of that funding goes to the Coon Rapids Community Strength Foundation. The Community Strength Foundation helps foster events and activities that bring the community together, such as this 4th of July festival, the concerts down at the Coon Rapids Dam Park that happen almost every Thursday in the summer. And there's a lot of different community volunteers, and that funding is what makes those things happen.
Definitely.
We now have Cub Foods Coon Rapids. Coon Rapids Community Cub Food stores are Riverdale and Hanson Boulevard. They're known for better, fresh, better value.
And big carts, apparently.
Big carts. Can you ever go into the grocery store without filling your cart? It seems like it doesn't take long.
Well, that one might be a little bit
That might
hard
be
to
much.
fill.
My
Unless you
kids
can
could
buy
fill
food.
it.
Unless you could buy food that big. I don't know.
When you're shopping with kids, though,
Yeah, that is-
throwing everything in there.
that is true. People are bringing us more stuff here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Camellia Rose Care Center is coming up next. It's a family-owned care center and adult daycare program celebrating 40 years serving seniors in Coon Rapids and the surrounding area. Camellia Rose is on the Mary T. Inc. campus. They have a variety of different housing options for elderly, people with disabilities, brain injury. They have a whole variety of services, just not too far off of Northdale Boulevard and Exeon Street.
You know, we've done quite a few stories about their work and what they do in the community. And then they also have fun. I know the seniors have an Olympics day each year, so.
Gotta make it fun.
Yeah. And of course, it is an Olympics year, so it'd be good to do that this year. We have the Coon Rapids Cardinal Little League up next. Lots of energetic
Look at
young
them.
kids
They're
on that
just
float.
screaming and having a great time.
Their baseball season's over, but they're still having a good time. And they're carrying squirt guns and all sorts of things, as you can see there. Having fun, throwing out candy.
People have so much fun coming past our TV area here, especially the kids.
They love
Throwing
the cameras,
candy.
of course.
Of course.
Looks like we have a float up next.
East Bethel Royalty. We have Miss East Bethel Carly Landwehr, East Bethel Princess Tori Larson, Little Miss Maddie Birch, and Ellie Robb.
And they got that wave down. They've mastered the wave, so that's good. That must be tiring, though, doing that the whole parade route.
Get a little arm workout.
It's true. We have the Mercy and Unity Hospital's wellness program up next. It began in 1990 through a partnership with the Lions and Lioness. They provide free screening to the community at Lions and Lioness and community events. They have a partnership with the Anoka-Hennepin School District to screen health students at 6 area high schools.
We now have the Miss St. Francis Ambassador Program. Little Miss St. Francis, Audrina Glass. And we have Miss St. Francis, Lily Strecker.
We have the Coon Rapids Athletic Association up next. So I'm not sure what number that is.
CRAA, of course, has they have several different athletic opportunities for youth here in the community.
Right. It's the Athletic Association is a volunteer organization that offers various sports throughout the year to kids in the community. You can go to craakids.com for more information. And we got some clowns here.
The Powder Puff Clown Club of St. Paul.
It is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization. It was founded in 1967. They're based on the belief that everyone should have a reason to smile, if just for a moment. Their goal is to spread joy and healing laughter. They do this through parades, nursing home visits and shows, special events, and fundraisers. You can contact them about coming to one of your events or to find out how you can become a clown and be part of the Powder Puff Clown Club.
You're now watching the World Taekwondo Academy. They have been teaching men, women, and children fitness and self-defense for more than 40 years. And we're going to head down to Joe Nelson, who is standing by. Joe?
Yeah, we just wanted to find out a little bit more about World Taekwondo. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Lemon. I'm one of the instructors at the World Taekwondo Academy.
And just what does Taekwondo offer kids here in the community?
It offers confidence, self-defense, discipline, and more importantly, just the ability to be in a community that's really generating positive influences on them.
Sure, and we're seeing a lot of those influences today just out at the parade.
Absolutely.
Sure.
We have our marchers over there doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Like a guy just did a front handspring over there. So.
All right. And if you want to find out more, just head to your website.
Absolutely, WTAforyou.com. All of our schools offer 2 weeks free, and that includes a free uniform.
All right, thanks so much, Steve and Steph. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you. Up next, we have the Boulevard Bar and Grill.
They are located at 3395 Coon Rapids Boulevard.
There you go, 2-for-1 happy hour, all day, every day.
All day, every day. Got a good crew with them tonight.
We have the Columbia Heights Royalty up next.
Columbia Heights, just south of us here, still in Anoka County.
Looks like they have a blue, white, and silver theme.
Queen Sabrina Barrett, Princess Samantha Bloodsaw, Junior Princess Suzanne Norrison, Little Miss Mara Ball.
Up next, we have Jim Abler.
Hoping to be re-elected to a Senate position. Will be on the ballot in November.
I think that's an ambulance he has used in his campaign for a while now, and at least when he was elected, and brought it out again.
You see those vehicles occasionally parked in different areas around his district area.
We have the USA float or group up next. We're not 100% sure what this group is.
They're
but,
very patriotic.
But they're, I was going to say, they're very patriotic.
They are just celebrating the 4th. Now we have
Half-price
half-price books.
That would be a fun costume to wear down the parade route.
They are located close to Northtown.
What is that thing? Like a bookworm?
Hello.
Something like that?
Maybe it is a bookworm.
We have Mary T. Up next.
Mary T. Inc. celebrating 40 years of providing services and housing for seniors and people with disabilities. We mentioned them earlier. Camellia Rose was their other float we saw a little bit earlier. That's Mary T. on the left there holding the banner. Caring for the community since 1976.
Quite a history, and I imagine they'll have a celebration here to mark the, they have a little bit this year, their 40th year.
There must be people riding in there. We just can't see them very well through the tinted glass.
The air condition would be nice, probably. We have the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District up next. Folks we really appreciate during these warm summer months. They've been in operation since 1958. Their vision is to be the leading abatement district in the world. They promote health and well-being by protecting the public from disease and annoyance caused by mosquitoes, black fly, and ticks in an environmentally friendly manner. A vital thing for the summer.
Absolutely.
It doesn't seem like this summer so far the bugs have been too bad.
Do you think?
Maybe I've not spent enough time outdoors. I don't know.
I don't know. I still see them a lot, but we would see them more if we didn't have the mosquito control district doing their job. So we appreciate that.
That is very true. Of course, we said this is a start of a 3-day celebration down here at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Tonight there will be live music, White Iron at 7:30 p.m. Of course, the Midway is open all weekend as well. Coming up on Sunday, the carnival opens at noon. There's a craft show from noon to dusk, a car show at 5 p.m., and live music, the night shift, at 7:30 p.m. And then on the 4th, the carnival opens at noon. There's a beanbag tournament at 1 and live music, Night Louie at 7:30 p.m., followed by the fireworks at 10 o'clock.
We now have Blessed Hope Baptist Church. Blessed Hope Baptist Church is located at 9754 University Avenue in Coon Rapids.
And following that, we have Highway 10 towing and the Minico station, which of course is at the corner of Hanson and Northdale Boulevard. More trucks you don't want to have to use, but they're there in your time of need if you do need them, right?
We hope to not need them. But you know who to call if you do need one.
There you go.
Looks like we now have Jeff Lundy from Minnesota State Senate. Jeff Lundy is currently serving in his 6th year as mayor of Brooklyn Park, and he's running for Minnesota State Senate to represent Western Coon Rapids, Northern Brooklyn Park, and all of Champlain.
And one of his crew members there is on rollerblades. That's interesting. They're carrying the letters of his name.
we have the Coon Rapids Cardinal Basketball Club here. They provide boys and girls in grades 4 through 8 an opportunity to participate at a competitive level of basketball to prepare for varsity competition at Coon Rapids High School. We're going to head down to Joe Nelson, who's standing by with an interview. Joe?
Yeah, we're here with Eric Strauss with Coon Rapids Basketball. Eric, what would you like just people to know, or what do you provide to the community here?
We do traveling basketball. Our traveling basketball now starts at 3rd grade and goes through 8th grade, and we prepare kids, boys and girls, for the varsity program. So we work a lot with the high school program. We also started a PEEPS program a few years ago. So that's kindergarten through 3rd grade, and that's also focused on developing young boys and girls to be ready to play at that higher level of basketball. So it's competitive basketball. We play other communities throughout the winter season.
And other than just developing basketball skills, what does this offer kids?
Well, it is mostly basketball.
But I mean, just what can they get out of this experience?
Well, it's both, all the advanced skills for dribbling, shooting. It's great cardio. They meet other friends. A lot of the players that go through our program, they go through, all the way through 8th grade, and then they go on and play at the high school level. So they make bonds with their, fellow players that they play with.
If people want to find out more, where should they go?
CoonRapidsHoops.org is our website. So.
All right, thanks so much, and we'll send it back to you, Steve and Steph.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. We have come to a stall or delay on this parade, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the action here on CTN.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Live. Welcome back to the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade. We now have the Anoka-Hennepin School District. The float features a country schoolhouse reminiscent of the beginnings of the district. The 13 communities in the district were dotted with small schoolhouses from the mid-1800s into the 20th century. In 1952, 31 small districts consolidated into what is now the Anoka-Hennepin School District, one of the largest in the state, serving 39,000 students.
And right behind that, we have the Coon Rapids High School Marching Cardinals. Let's take a listen. At the Coon Rapids High School Marching Cardinals, which is a 75-member band.
We now have the Coon Rapids Youth Hockey Association. Coon Rapids Youth Hockey providing programming for youth. They play at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. They used to have free camps where you could come try out the equipment and try out the sport. I'm not sure if they still do that, but I know that was one way to reach out and get kids involved.
Yeah, a lot of kids certainly interested in hockey. We should mention we had a brief break there. We had a little medical emergency on the parade route here that had to get emergency help to those folks, but we have since resumed the parade here and back at it. Looks like a lonely CTN truck coming down the road here.
Way back there, ready to come down.
All the crew is out covering this parade. In the background there, it's TV's Howie Shapiro. I don't see him, but oh, there he is. There's a better shot of Howie. Just got run over by a truck, it looks like.
Joe's got to be around here
Oh,
somewhere.
he's right here.
Oh,
Welcome.
Joe.
Oh, you know what? We have a microphone.
Yeah.
Joe has something to say. So what's?
Howie and I are up now. You guys walk.
Is it really that long of a parade?
It's fast. I've never had to jog to keep up, but as always, I'm doing all the work and waiting on Howie.
Yeah. He just had like a 10-minute break though, so I don't know.
It's tough to play second fiddle constantly to Howie.
But it still looks like they have candy, so I know how we usually run out of candy by this time, but Howie got his wish. We have enough candy. He still got a bag, so.
Good. Keep running, Joe. Keep running. You get your workout in today.
We have the King of Glory Lutheran Church and Preschool. A mid-50s Minneapolis Moline farm tractor pulling a 16-foot trailer that is decorated to the theme Jesus is Risen.
Looks like this is the Cave Quest Bible School for King of Glory. There's a farm tractor pulling a trailer decorated for their Vacation Bible School theme of Cave Quest.
Which, of course, there's a lot of those this time of summer, I imagine.
Got to find different activities for kids, camps, Bible camps, nature camps, sports camps.
We have the QC Dance folks up next. They were established in 1970. They provide quality dance education to dancers ages 0 to adult. They offer a variety of dance styles, including ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, modern, clogging, lyrical, and more. The enrollment for their fall classes is open. You can find out more on their website, qcdance.com.
We now have Kevin Parker running for an office. Sorry, I can't see what it says on the sign. We now have the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. They are located on Robinson Drive.
Have they been open a year yet or not?
I think they have reached
About
their
a year.
1-year anniversary or perhaps surpassed that.
Patriotic shirts there, carrying the flag as well.
We have done some stories on their community. They are a large mosque. They attract people, I know, from a fairly wide region, and they're about peace and love, and they want to share what their message is about their Muslim community.
Up next, we have a colorful float here. This is the New Brighton Stockyard Days. They were established in 1889. Although they no longer exist, they contributed to the history of the New Brighton community. The award-winning New Brighton float carries the Stockyard Days theme with fence rails, saddles, and cowboy hats. So you can see it's decorated in silver, purple metallic petals, and trim.
We now have Terry Bonoff for Congress. She ran a successful business career, and in the state Senate, Terry has been effective at bringing people together to get work done. Terry is ready to take her leadership style and message of the people over politics to Congress.
You can see we're going to start seeing a lot more of those signs. We're seeing a lot in the parade, but I think folks can start putting up those signs, so we'll start seeing those. We have another towing group. This is North Star Towing. They've been proudly serving the Anoka County area for 41 years. They provide 24-hour towing and roadside assistance. Their fleet consists of 16 trucks that can tow anything from your smart car to your semi. But I imagine the bills might be a little different.
I would think so. Another service you don't really want to have to use.
No, definitely not.
But if you need to, they're based up in Anoka.
Up next, we have Minnesota DFL Senate District 37, Representative Jerry Newton. We also have Aaron Kogel, too, correct? Jerry Newton has represented Spring Lake Park in the Minnesota House of Representatives for 4 years and has been elected for a total of 6 years. And Aaron Kogel is running for the House of Representatives for District 37A. She is honored that Representative Newton and Senator Johnson have endorsed her, and she hopes to continue the great work that they have done.
We now have Wes V for Senate District 35B. Wes Volkanant of Andover is the DFL endorsed candidate to challenge Peggy Scott this fall in House District 35B. Wes, who grew up in Coon Rapids in the 1960s, is a longtime reading teacher at Sand Creek and Northdale Elementary Schools.
And behind that we have Roger Johnson, campaign committee. He's running for District 37. It's a 45-year-old Cadillac Eldorado Parade convertible that he's riding in. Last seen in Coon Rapids carrying U.S. Senator Paul and Sheila Wellstone. Johnson is the state Senate candidate from Coon Rapids, Andover, Anoka, and Ramsey. So obviously voters have lots of decisions to make in the next 4 months between now and then. Of course, the election is coming up on November 8th, the general election, that is. Of course, other fields where they need to narrow the races, there will be a primary coming up the second Tuesday in August. Looks like we have another lull in the parade. If you're just joining us, I'm Steve Erickson along with Stephanie Ring and Joe Nelson down on our sidelines. This is coverage of the Coon Rapids 4th of July parade here on CTN. So far, it's been a perfect day for a parade.
Beautiful weather, a lot of nice floats. I think people will have a lot of fun tonight. Again, we should just mention that the carnival is underway, and there's bingo and pull tabs, and the White Iron Band performs tonight, and the event will close around midnight. And then, of course, tomorrow, again, the Carnival Midway Bingo and Pull Tabs opens up at noon. There will also be a craft show. That used to take place at the old location. They've brought it back again to this new location. That's from noon to dusk, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. There'll be a car show and night shift band from 7:30 to 11. And if you do go to that car show, there's $5 per car gate fee. That benefits ACBC Food Shelf. I know the car show is popular, too.
And then, of course, there's lots of stuff again on the 4th. The Carnival, a B-Bang tournament at 1, and 7:30 there's live music, Night Louie, and then fireworks to round things out at 10 p.m.
Awesome. I know it'll be busy down there.
All right, we have someone who's real excited here.
I think this is Boogie for Jesus. It's a dance ministry that tries to create a party atmosphere wherever they perform. The featured performer is a rapper, dancer, and entertainer named Lorvin. We now have Coon Rapids Fast Pitch. It's softball for all girls in Coon Rapids from the age of 8 to 18. CRFA works to promote a fun, fair, and safe environment that maximizes participation and improves players' softball skills while developing sportsmanship, teamwork, and self-confidence.
Lots of options for youngsters to find their skill or their passion. Up next, Mark Uglum for state representative, correct?
Mark Uglum represents part of Coon Rapids, I think also part of Brooklyn Park and Champlin. We now have Crema for House. This unit is in support of Peter Crema, running for the Minnesota House of Representatives for District 36B. Walking along the parade route there.
Up next, we have the Northeast Minneapolis Royalty Program. The Miss Ambassador, Junior Miss Ambassadors, and there's 2 Junior Miss Ambassadors and 2 Junior Ambassadors riding along in this convertible.
Sundown Karaoke. They host shows throughout the Twin Cities for all types of events, including birthdays, anniversaries, nightclubs, corporate and city events. You can go to sundownkaraokeshow.com for more details.
Have you ever done karaoke?
Should
Like
I
publicly?
admit that?
Yeah, like
Sure.
in public, like.
Sure.
Oh, I've never done that. Maybe we should rent it and have a big, office party. Peggy Scott there. She is running for state representative.
Senate District 35. She is with the Republican Party. I believe Tony Wilder is also walking along with Peggy Scott.
We have signs coming up there.
Tony Wilder also running for state representative. We just keep saying it's going to be a big election year, but that is the truth.
That is, as we can
As
tell
you can-
today, half the parade is politicians.
Exactly.
We have the Spirit of Christ Lutheran Church up next. This is a community outreach team featuring Todd Anderson, who is singing.
Behind that, we have the Coon Rapids High School dance team. The Cardettes will be having their annual fall show on October 1st, along with their mini Cardette clinic. Go to the website for more information at coonrapidsdanceteam.com.
To see if they're going to perform for us. For, of course, we're right in the judging area here, so people putting on their best show. All right, up next we have the Coon Rapids Soccer Association, and CTN's Joe Nelson is standing by with a representative. Joe?
Yep, we're here with Brian with Coon Rapids Soccer. Brian, how's the parade going so far?
So far, it's great. This is the best year we've had since the last, 3 years we've been in the parade. It's been awesome.
And what do you offer to the community as far as soccer?
We offer recreational soccer and competitive soccer starting at 3 years of age. We have tryouts starting July 23rd and 24th. If you're interested, we at crsoccer.org is our website. But we have a full-blown competitive program with professional soccer coaches. We have trained coaches all the way down to 3 years old. So we bring kids in from the entire community and surrounding cities to all come in and play soccer. A little biased, but we have the best fields in the area. It's fantastic.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Steve and Steph, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joe. Lots of kids, I imagine, excited to walk the parade route and hand out stuff as well.
Soccer is fun, I think. We do have really good fields over there at the Coon Rapids Soccer Complex.
Definitely
so
very popular and very good turnout there.
Yeah.
Looks like some more folks here hiring bus drivers. This is Metropolitan Transportation Network Incorporated. That thing all decked out, huh? That wind is picking up just a little bit. I mean, it hasn't been that breezy, but you can see there, it is blowing.
Nature's air conditioning.
Definitely.
Feels good. I would imagine the bus companies have to start recruiting early.
Yeah.
They want to have enough drivers in place for fall. We don't like to think about fall being around the corner, but in the hiring world, I'm sure they need to get going to get people lined up.
That's the reality. Truly Unique Girls and Boys is up next. Here we got some princesses riding in there, waving to the crowd. We call that a patriotic ship.
It's very detailed. Truly Unique State Event, August 21st, 2016. TrulyUniquePageant.com.
Behind that, we have Brad Sanford for Senate. His supporters voting folks to vote for Brad.
know how much I love dogs.
Do I'll let you take this one.
Corgi and a Great Pyrenees, I think, so I hope I'm not messing up those breeds, but they look like they're getting tired. It's been a long parade route for them.
I don't know. They're going to make it a few more blocks.
I think they can do it. They're in the home stretch here.
Well, I like that. The guy's carrying a sign, so we know who Brad is. That's great. I don't know that we've seen FedEx trucks coming down the parade route before.
I don't think so. It's a big truck coming down the
Maybe they got
Flora
presents
Street.
for all of us.
FedEx, of course. Always shipping.
Need you to say more.
Anytime, anywhere.
That's right. The shipping stuff, it seems like it's getting more competitive these days with different stores and different companies offering more free shipping, 1 day, 2 day,
The ability
same
to
day
shop.
delivery. Yeah.
Anytime.
We have more clowns. He looks like he's getting tired too, or maybe he's been drinking. I don't know.
We now have Exit Realty. Exit Realty Nexus is locally owned and nationally branded real estate franchise located in Coon Rapids next to the local high school football field. Exit Realty Nexus believes that home buyers, sellers, and investors should have good real estate solutions.
Behind that, we have the Brooklyn Park Lion and Drum and Dance Corps. Let's take a listen. There you have it, the Brooklyn Park Lions Drum and Dance Corps. It started in 2009 as a separate nonprofit for a free positive activity for Brooklyn Park area youth in grades 6 through 12. Did a great job here.
We now have First Student, another transportation company, also hiring and looking for school bus drivers. First Student of Anoka, no experience necessary, $1,000 signing bonus.
There you go, looking for some cash. Good way to make some money. I imagine they have different shifts from morning to afternoon to fit maybe different needs that folks have. This means we're coming to the end of the parade. We're up to the Coon Rapids Fire Department. They usually round out the parade here. Is that Sparky? What is his name?
I forget what his name is, but he goes into the schools and he teaches kids all about fire prevention and safety.
Yep. Looks like Sparky's assistant high atop the fire truck.
he
I'm
doesn't
just going to call him Sparky. I don't know if that's really his name.
That might be. Otherwise, we just gave him a new name. We'll tell that to the fire chief.
There we go.
Renamed your Sparky the dog.
You have to call him that now. It's official. It's been on TV. We got some of the fire trucks and engines and apparatus.
Some of the firefighters and their families. I know this is fun for them. A lot of them spend the entire weekend down here working the bingo tent and mingling with the community. They really love to do that. Of course, if you're in need of medical attention or a fire call, these are the folks that would come to your home.
And we did actually need that today on the parade route. The fire
need that.
truck came down to help the person.
Yep, one
who
of the
was
fire
injured.
rigs came down, and then they partner up with Alina Services, and that's how the system works in Coon Rapids, which is actually quite unique. Coon Rapids is a community with a 24-hour fire department, so if you're calling for help, you're going to get a staff person for your medical need or your fire need. Not all communities have full-time. A lot of them are volunteer staff, so it's something that a bit of an advantage, I think, to Coon Rapids. If you need help, it will be ready for you in about 1 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of the kids are very interested in seeing this apparatus and the fire trucks places. I know they just had their annual Fill the Boot campaign for Muscular Dystrophy Association, which they actually raised a record amount, just over 30 grand.
Which last year it was a record, so
Yeah,
they
I
just
know.
keep
It's like
breaking records.
which is great. A lot of folks are helping out. It's great. There was a little kid that was out there donating, and he was excited to see the big fire truck that they had out there as well. And so even today down at the 5K, fire trucks were down there. Kids were enjoying checking them out.
There are 3 different fire stations in Coon Rapids, and they are assigned to different areas of the city. So if you ever drive by them, located on Egret, also on 121st Avenue, and the other one over by the Family Center Mall, right behind there.
That's right.
The street name is escaping me, but it's right over there by the mall. Thank you, Steve.
And like we said, different apparatus has at each different station. One of them has the boat. They all have a rescue truck and an engine. And of course, there's various other tactical support vehicles. And of course, our old restored fire truck that was found, wow, several years back now.
It has been several years. They were thrilled to find this truck, and a lot of them took time to restore it and paint it up just like it was way back when. And it's exciting for them to have that as part of their history of their vehicles.
It's like we have the old and the new, so it is very exciting to see. Well, that brings us to the end of another parade out here in Coon Rapids. Again, this is part of a three-day celebration that goes on down here now at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. A lot of the activity is centered on the grounds of the Ice Center. Things start off with the parade. Of course, we had the 5K this morning. Tonight, Saturday, July 2nd at 7:30 p.m., there's live music with White Iron. The fun continues on Sunday, July 3rd. The Carnival in Midway opens at noon. Also, there will be a craft show from noon to dusk. At 5 o'clock, you can check out some classic cars. This is a car show. There is an admission fee for that. And at 7:30 p.m., there is live music. Night Shift will be performing. And then, of course, on the 4th of July, the Carnival, again opening at noon. There's a beanbag tournament at 1 p.m. There will once again be live music from 7:30 to 11 p.m. This is Night Louie will be performing. And, of course, the big thing that everybody waits for, the fireworks display will blast off from the grounds of the Coon Rapids Ice Center at 10 o'clock. So I imagine many folks come down there on the grounds there to watch that, and also in these surrounding neighborhoods, there's probably not a bad spot.
No, there are a lot of aerial fireworks, so you can see them from pretty far away. I know that the actual grounds of the Ice Center get pretty packed, and that's basically the prime spot to be in. So I'm sure people will arrive early, but it's a big display. It was voted one of the best in the Twin Cities. I was out of town last year. I'm looking forward to watching the fireworks this year, and we invite everyone to come on down and have some 4th of July fun.
All right. Well, here we go. Another parade is in the books. Can you imagine that?
We've been doing it a lot of years, Steve. It's always a good time.
Many more to come.
Thanks for letting me come on with you, Steve.
All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you at home for watching. Have a great 4th of July, and we'll see you back here again next time.